Spoke to Caroline Leavitt, the White House press secretary, on the phone just a short time ago, and she tells me it is, quote unquote, fake news that the White House is considering a 90-day pause. So the White House pouring cold water on this idea, wherever it came from, that they're considering a 90-day pause on tariffs, saying that the president is committed to his tariff regime, and any reports that he's considering a 90-day pause are, quote, fake news. That from the White House press secretary on the record just a short time ago to me on the cell phone here as we try to sort through where this came from and why it is that the market became convinced that might be a possibility. The White House saying it is not a possibility, Carl.
So today is one of the most erratic days you'll ever see in the market, as essentially President Trump is just way off the rails, more than normal. I'm kind of wondering if something's wrong with the guy, to be perfectly frank. These are the headlines. Market crash, stocks just rallied 9% on fake news or tariff delay. Okay, so we got a crash, we got a rally, and we got fake news. that's our news today. I mean, it's wild. This is the NASDAQ. You can see it was down big in the start, went up big, and then now it's down kind of flat. Markets are still open as we are recording. Overall, 20% year to date on the NASDAQ down. Year to date, 15% on the S&P down. So yeah, there was a rumor coming out that Trump was going to pause for 90 days. The tweet got posted and then deleted. I guess Trump called in the CNBC, denied, said they ain't calling it fake news. So I don't know if there's open market manipulation here or not. If Trump's buddies are putting in trades ahead of time, Trump tweets out something crazy or spreads some sort of rumor, and then reverses said thing. I don't know. I mean, I really don't know, because Trump does a lot of nutso stuff, but not in this way. Well, I mean, I don't know. I've seen Trump do a lot of things I just haven't seen like this. He's 78 years old, and the question is, does he have dementia? I don't know. Or is it they're purposely manipulating the markets here? Because now, and on top of that, because then we had that whole fake news fiasco, are we pausing tariffs or not? On top of that, I guess now we're threatening China with 50% additional tariffs. How we're adding percentages is anyone's guess. Is it 34 plus 50 equals 84% tariffs? Or is it like 34 plus another 50? So I don't know, 45-ish tariffs or 50% tariffs. I don't know. I don't know if Trump knows what he's doing. I mean, this is clearly not a planned out policy. This is just, like he's a baby with a rattle and just cries. And if he doesn't get the toys that he wants, he cries some more. And then, unfortunately, though, the baby with the rattle and the Twitter and I want to call it the Air Force One and the button. I mean, the button I'm talking about, right? It is the one who's in charge. Like we essentially have the Twitter toddler in chief. Is the best way to describe it. This is what he says. I'm showing it to you guys right here. So he's talking about China, and he's mad at them, and he even accuses them of all sorts of legal stuff and currency manipulation. Therefore, he says, if China does not withdraw its 34% increase above their already long-term trading abuses, okay, by tomorrow, so I guess we're giving an ultimatum to China by tomorrow, April 8th, 2025, the United States will impose additional tariffs on China of 50% effective April 9th. So this is not a normal thing. I'm sure you guys know this. I just can't stress this enough for those of you who don't follow the markets regularly. And then on top of that, like another 50%. Now he's saying all talks with China concerning the requested meetings with us will be terminated. So I guess now we're not talking to you or slamming the door in your face, I guess. Negotiations with other countries which have also requested meetings will begin taking place immediately. Thank you for your attention to this matter. I mean, and then these are the kind of headlines that we have today. Wall Street resumes slide after White House denies report of tariff pause. Okay. And then he's meeting with the Yankees. If you're just kind of curious what Trump stays like, meet with the Yankees. Rumors come out that you're pausing tariffs. Now you say it's fake news. And then you got this crazy. I want you guys just to really emphasize like how much of a Looney Tunes clown show this is. Just a few hours ago, Elon Musk was tweeting out this weird video, which I don't get why,
Not all Americans know that the US and Russia are actually much closer to each other, just 2 miles apart. And more than that, they are even connected.
Well, I mean, you can make some easy conjectures, but the video was actually saying, "Did you know that the USA and Russia are closer than anyone ever talks about?" And seriously, and you can see the map right there. It's like are actually closer, right? Russia and USA are actually closer. That's the thing he's tweeting out. I'm just like, okay, now we openly saying we're working with Russia. We're trying to be friends with Russia. Is that what we're doing? And then you got Musk tweeting out stuff about Marine Le Pen, who was charged with corruption. If you guys remember that over in France. Musk tweets out socialism, you line up for the bread line, I guess. Capitalism, bread lines line up for you. I mean, I'm not feeling like that right now. I feel like it's more like the Twitters in chief are bombarding us with crazy stuff. And this is how nuts our markets and our economy is at the moment. Even Harvard is borrowing money. I'm wondering if we're going to have some sort of credit problem. Essentially, if Harvard, because if you guys know this, with the joke always is that Harvard's endowment is larger than God's. Essentially, that's kind of the joke that everyone always makes. So this is actually fairly alarming. If Harvard's having trouble with money, like why are they borrowing money? This for me is really insane. Unless they invest it all in Tesla and maybe like their endowment really crashed. I don't know. Ask Harvard. And then I guess we're hitting Canada with more tariffs. This is so nuts. This is just Monday. I guess this is just Orange Monday, and the day ain't over yet. U.S. hits Canada lumber with 34% duties, even before Trump tariffs. And then, if you're wondering what the Fed's doing, because Trump was tweeting out how interest rates are going to go down and everything's going to be awesome again. Well, this is the headlines from the Fed. Inflation more urgent tariff issue right now, right? Inflation is more urgent than the tariff issue right now. Here's a statement. The takeaway is that I view right now inflation as being more pressing as the effects of tariffs are already seeing. Okay, great. And then you got this. If you think the clown show getting more clownier, the White House is tweeting out just a few minutes ago. Congratulations to Bev Vance. So I think this is Vance's mom. JD Vance marked a powerful moment at the White House on Friday, celebrating his mom Bev's 10 years of sobriety with their family. Congratulations. So I don't mean, I'm not throwing any shade at the mom. I'm just saying like we're celebrating the sobriety here of the vice president's mom. Yet I wonder what's going on in Trump's and Musk's world, if they're taking some sort of happy pills that are making him, happy, or maybe they have unhappy pills that make them unhappy. like this is the Twitter president toddler in chief. That's what I have to say about this. I'll make another video after market close, and we'll try to wade through some of this chaos. But like I was saying, he's either maybe suffering from dementia or openly manipulating the markets. Because how can you negotiate with this kind of person? Theoretically, these are official acts because that's how the Supreme Court shields him from any sort of impeachment charges or anything like that. But if you piss off Wall Street, right? I'm pretty sure the Republicans should turn on this guy. I've already seen sort of glimpses of that, but this is what we're watching because it's hard to stomach the stuff going on. And I know we're talking about real money. We're also talking about just lunacy. I got to hear you guys' opinion on this one, and we'll stay up to date, and I'll catch you on the next video.